This injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice.
Finally, guys, it has happened, as Senator Natasha has eventually dragged Senator Akpabio to court over her sexual harassment claims against him with massive evidence to back her claims. See, guys, with what is currently happening and with more people coming out to confess on how they were paid to tarnish the reputations of Senator Natasha this may not end well for Senator Akpabio, as he may likely bag in jail term. Well, this particular case was heard for the first time in court on the 13th day of May 2025, as Senator Natasha stormed the courtroom glowing and smiling as always, with huge number of SANs, at least not fewer than 5 SANs defending her case in court. The lawsuit stems from her suspension from the Senate, following allegations of sexual harassment she made against Akpabio. Let's recall that in February 2025, Senator Natasha accused Senator Akpabio of sexually harassing her during a visit to his residence in December 2023. The Senate, rather than investigating the claim, suspended her for 6 good months on grounds of gross misconduct and procedural violations. Immediately, guys, Natasha swift into action and filed a lawsuit of 100,000 billion naira, alleging that her suspension was retaliatory and unlawful. However, the court hearing was adjourned as Justice Binta Nyako prioritized a content application filed by Akpabio, accusing her of making prejudicial public comments. The ruling on the content case is scheduled for 27th day of June 2025. Although Natasha has rejected any out-of-court settlement, as she was approached few weeks ago by the lead counsel of Senator Akpabio, Dr. Lisa Bakoba. Natasha vowed to pursue justice. This case has also attracted both national and international attention, with activists and civil society groups rallying behind her in the fight against sexual harassment and political intimidation. Meanwhile, in all this, all we want is justice. Let the evidence speak and let truth prevail. Our judiciary can use this case to redeem its lost glory by delivering a fair judgment, no matter whose ox is God. That being said, please kindly like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share and put on your notification bell to constantly get notified of our latest updates on the state of the nation and beyond. Don't forget to drop your own opinion on this matter in the comment section below.
Why did you raise the issue of didn't you raise the issue of sexual harassment on the floor?
How do you mean? I should have just mentioned it on the floor?
I'm asking because, you know, the issue of your seat was the contention when that altercation happened. But when you went on television, you raised the issue of sexual harassment. So I'm just curious, though, why didn't you raise it on the floor?
Okay, Sharon, you know, I had told you I didn't want to go in details into the sexual harassment part because, you know, there's been a whole lot of conversation, but I will touch a bit of it. When I started rejecting the advances, and I experienced the hostility, you know, I did mention a number of times to my husband, who would then speak to him. And there was a time, we were also in London last year, January 12th. We visited him, his wife was there, and my husband was like, oh, why is it that you're a bit unfriendly to her and that she's complained? And then he right there, he was like, oh, why are you always reporting me to your husband? Why don't you tell me directly? And then when we resumed chambers, and the next time I saw him, you know, maybe not allowing my emotions or something, and I was like, oh, dear SP, I've tried to present this a number of times. Why don't you allow me? He goes, Natasha, so you now see that no matter how many times you report to your husband, you have to meet with me. This is my space. Talk to me, blah, 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 make me happy and all of that. So I don't want to go into this. But the point is, I have a number of times met with people, even some senators.
Did you regret telling your husband about the sexual harassment when it started?
No, I didn't regret not telling him. The first thing is, a lot of women find it very difficult to speak about sexual harassment. Even women who are raped, many of them don't speak about it, and that's the worst part of it. Because there's a burden of shame that comes with speaking of sexual harassment, especially in this part of the world whereby it's a taboo for women to speak about any violation of her body or interests, you understand? As a society, we have not developed to a point whereby certain conversations are allowed in fact. I think maybe probably it doesn't mean I don't trust my husband, but I think I was looking at preserving the friendship between himself and the Senate president. I didn't
The family
want to
relationship is totally collapsed right now.
Well, I think as for me, I don't think I would want to maintain any friendship with a person who does not respect boundaries, and I don't think we would have.
They're claiming that there are no evidence, no shred of evidence that you can prove that Akpabio harassed you sexually.
Is this the court?
No, not a court.
Exactly.
So
no, let's leave that part.
And I've come back to the fact that you're a lawyer.
Yes, let's leave that part. At the right time, I will prevent, at the right time and in the right space, I will present the evidence that I have. But let me say this. While I was illegally suspended, I was not given a chance for the matter to be investigated. And then the committee that was set up, which was headed by Senator Neda Emaswen, they did not invite me. The first time the invitation was sent out, which was on the 5th, that was the very day I submitted the petition. There was a court order that the committee should not sit for 72 hours, but explained to the court the reason why I should face that committee. They went ahead, had the session, had the meeting, came up with the suspension, and there were also complaints by some senators that their signatures it was the attendance sheet that was used to endorse the report and not the senators themselves, which also amounts to the report being fraudulently conducted, which also again means my suspension is void ab initio as well. So a whole lot of irregularities surround my suspension. And then again, when I asked why was I suspended, they said I was not suspended for the sexual harassment. I was petition. I was suspended for gross misconduct. And then you ask, what exactly was my gross misconduct? What did I do that amount? They say it's because I violated the Senate rules. But are they not in violation of the Senate rules? The Nigerian Constitution does not allow an elected officer to be suspended. But then the Senate says they are bound by their own Senate rules. The Senate rules says that a senator should be suspended for a maximum of just 14 days. Where did they get the 6 months?
Just about 6.
Hello, you're watching Daily Events News, your favorite platform for amazing events happening across Nigeria. If you have watched up to this moment, thank you so much and kindly give us a thumb up. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. We really appreciate. And if you're seeing this handle for the first time, please kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification button for more interesting updates. Also follow us across social media at Daily Events News. See you all in our next video and thanks for watching.